turn on the radio.
Nothing happening. The noise that you hear in a moment
across an immense ethereal gulf.
What you're about to hear
you hear it?
is the fusion
There are only two sides.
of entertainment
Tell me who got first.
Bob Hope.
and enlightenment.
Let me assert my
And it's Aaron, and she talks.
$10 was
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street. There's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
We're live much. Come on, Brittany.
Are you clapping for me?
Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. And our little audience has showed up again today. Actually, more today. Must be a holiday weekend. What's going on? Hi, everybody. Welcome again to No Limits. You are sitting here with David, Candice, Brittany, and a guest of ours today who we'll be introducing here shortly.
Yes. His name is Randy.
His name is Randy.
It's okay, he went through clearance.
With an
He went
I.
through security.
Randy with an I. It's so Randy. He's so Randy.
He is Randy.
I know.
That reminds me of a conversation we had about a furry party, but maybe
Yeah.
we'll get to that later.
You
I
are
cannot
so-
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, now we have to talk about the furry party. Yes.
See what we have to deal with. How you doing, everybody? You tuned in to No Limits Radio TV with us, and we are on WKTV here in Grand Rapids also. We're being shot out to networks across the U.S., down south, out in Boston, a few other places, and, of course, here. If you're listening to us live, we are live right now. But if you miss us, you can have your friends and family tune into podcast at any time. Excuse me.
And
too much.
our website?
Yeah, our website is nolimitsradiotv.com.
That's
Go
right.
there.
NoLimitsRadioTV.com.
Right. And
Periscope?
Yeah, we're on
Everything.
Periscope at No Limits Radio TV.
yeah, if you go to everything is there that you want, including if it's like the scratch and sniff. If you want Brittany, you just like cursor over Brittany, you know that spot, and
That
sniff.
easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. What am I sniffing? What's your scratch and sniff smell like? Probably your candles, I'm guessing.
I'm not gay.
What? Where did that come from? You talk about your candles all the time.
It would be a musky. It would be a musky. I just came out of the
You
woods.
smell like Jimmy John's?
I just
smell like bear.
Oh, shut up.
What's
No.
yours smell like, Randy?
I'm going with the candles myself.
going with the candles?
Candles. No, I'm out of the woods. I just cut a lot of trees down. I'm musky.
very well. Yes.
Girls like that musky
Yes.
pre-shower smell. There
I'm
you
allergic
go.
to trees, sorry.
Yeah, well, Candice,
Speaking of allergic.
still trying to work. You like men? Do you dig men?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
Kind of that poison
if you
ivy
go to our webpage, you can also look on Periscope. Click on that. If you don't have the app, they'll tell you how to download it. Then you can see us live on TV right now. Us just sitting here. Don't want to look cute. I mean, it looks professional, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're really good at like making things look professional.
Hey.
No, David wasn't wearing pants.
No, I don't. And I take my shoes off. Oh, no, I put my boots on, though.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so power.
I'm back. I was off last week, and the girls did a wonderful job.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. You did wonderful.
In here with us last week.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I had IVIG, which made me sick for the day.
Yeah.
That is a cocktail, which you shouldn't take. It's one of Bill Cosby's things. Yeah. And I just gave it to myself, hoping that I was going to get laid. Nothing happened.
How'd that work?
You know what I'm saying. But anyway.
Did you give it to yourself? So you were...
Yeah. Then I passed out. I think something happened. I woke up and the sheets were kind of moved around. So I
and his hand was in his pants. So I think something happened there.
Self-roofied. I've never heard
They
that.
just had peanut butter by the side of the bed.
He has a dog that likes peanut butter.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, girls.
Lick in the bar.
Yeah, the show went well, girls.
Thanks.
Except surrounded by this. Now it's time. David Fearnome is being released. Okay, on my Fearnomes. There they go. Now they're just like the Flintstones. They just float over to you. There you go. Now I take control of the show.
So bad.
Hey, we went on a ghost investigation recently.
We did. Yeah.
At a restaurant.
We did.
Can we say what it was?
Yeah, we can say.
We went out to Douglas or Saugatuck. We went to Zings.
Yep, Douglas. That is the restaurant of my gay husband's boyfriend.
You're right.
So Jim,
True story.
who was on the show a month ago,
right.
and Jim talked about the ghost he had in his restaurant, and we said, hey, we should go out there.
We
So
went out
did.
there, and we found out that in Saugatuck, Douglas, 11 out of 10 guys are gays. So, I mean, imagine, I felt out of place a little bit.
Is it the same with ghosts?
11 out of 10.
But that's why I couldn't.
6 out of...
But I did catch a guy's face with lipstick, so we're working on that. But we did that. We had some fun, but we really didn't come up with anything.
No, you know what? We had the flashlights, which I have a picture of the flashlights.
They would go on when we asked,
they
right?
did. So here's the flashlight. This is Jim's hand, actually. We're sitting at a table, which is the favorite table.
What's Jim holding?
He's holding one of the meter things.
I thought that was...
measure the energy.
I thought you cropped that in from his bedroom. Go ahead.
Oh wow!
No,
Right behind you there, ex-husband.
There was a flashlight near the table, and it would go on and off all the time.
Yeah,
and
it did.
We would say, we're like, make it brighter, and it would go brighter. Now shut it off, and it would shut off. Like
Yeah.
it was.
How about when I made that comment when David was getting mad and I said if I was a ghost I'd pull the same shit too, and all of a sudden that light went on.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting mad. Was
You
I?
were too. You were just like
Getting frustrated.
Yeah,
that
you
it
were-
wasn't
Well, I was
frustrated.
getting in provocation. I mean, if I'm not going to get anything, when spirits are going to him all the time and they're making noise, and then we come and they're not doing anything, we're there so they can communicate, tell us what they want.
Right.
And if they hide out, I get a little angry and say, look, here's your chance for the next couple hours.
Right.
Because otherwise we're gone, and then you're going to go back to banging walls and scaring people, and that's not right.
Right. So they did do the flashlight for us. They did that.
Yeah.
how about the movie Wine Glass?
We could not get any glasses to move.
No.
Oh, well, that was kind of waving. Yeah.
Well, the other one was stopped. That one just kept going.
Yeah, that's true. So they're kind of moving glass for us. But the restaurant has a ghost that they believe is named Ethel, who died in a fire in the 40s or 50s.
30s or 40s.
Okay, so around there.
In a horse barn.
And she has appeared for decades, really. She's appeared a few times. She likes to smash glass, apparently. So her biggest thing is
She must be Jewish.
she will she'll pick it up like a martini glass, and he said she'll pick it up like an inch from the bar, and it'll go zooming down the bar and smash. And she'll toss glasses out of people's hands. And my husband, who was there, actually was sitting at the same table where we were sitting, and he said that he was just holding a martini glass, and so it just flew out of his hand.
Isn't that cool?
So
We had after his third or fourth one.
I don't know. He was
The only nice
he was
thing about-
dating the owner, so
The
I don't
nice
think he
thing
paid
is-
for him.
The nice thing
That's
is
what we're doing wrong.
they didn't have on the seats that we were sitting on were very comfortable. They didn't have plastic covers. You remember those?
Yes.
Back in the
the plastic
Sure,
cover.
my
the
parents.
plastic covers.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Now Yeah.
See, now I gotta find it.
There's
Okay.
a story on plastic covers, and the real reason came out because my parents had them, and especially in summer, we didn't have, well, they did have air conditioning, but my mom would say, no, there's a nice breeze out. That's the way she talked.
Just like that?
Yeah, she used to
Just
punch.
each voice.
Yeah, she used to get in fights with neighbors and punch and shit. Oop. Rewind that tape. Edit.
Well, that's his mom also used to get really loud in Saugatuck speaking in Douglas. And
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, there's
So-
many stories. We need a 4-hour show. We'll get there. But anyway, where was I? I was saying that we all had plastic covers. Why, I don't know. But when you lay on them, you stick and it's hot and all that.
Yeah.
It's just not cool. And we found out why, and
So
there's why on the
that's
screen.
Plastic cover.
There's Grandma.
So it says, if your grandma's couch was always covered in plastic, it's because she was a squirter.
Brittany, do you want to elaborate?
Yeah, let me go ahead and elaborate on that one for you. No, thank you.
How do you say
For
that
all of
word,
you
though?
Who had that?
Plastic.
Is it squeer? What?
Squirter?
Yeah, okay.
You're
So you are?
What?
What did you say?
Trying to get
Wow.
some words that you can edit together later.
Something's being revealed. Can I say something, though, for the guys? I think that's pretty cool. That's another thing David's never heard.
He gets very frustrated at all the sexual things.
Never had virgin. Never had a
Never had
squirter.
virgin either. So
Yeah.
Really?
if you have any virgin
The
friends,
sexual bucket list is
yeah,
what it
if
is.
you have any virgin friends, he'd really like to be.
No, females. Please. He's writing down Bob, Bill, Harry. You see him over there?
Yeah.
I'm like,
He's like, I got plenty.
I got Jake and Harry.
just kidding, folks. Just kidding. But anyway, that's what they're for.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because
I never had to use those on a couch before.
My great grandma had those,
Yeah.
and my great aunt, who is still a virgin, and she's in her 80s.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
David.
So, don't even think about it. I'm not that creepy.
There you go.
What do they call those gilfs now?
Not a grandma.
Grandma Slamma Jamma.
She's a VILF. He wants a VILF.
Yeah, a
A
VILF?
virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how does the mortician deal with that when he gets it? I mean, does he have to, like, when he gets the fluids going, does he have to bust the Heimlich there, or what?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
think
break Heimlichs. I
She
just
still
break
had
hearts.
a cycle her entire life, so I think that,
Really?
yes.
That's
Well,
creepy.
yeah.
Creepy. And she's not a virgin. Come on.
Yes,
she just
she
told
is.
you.
No, she absolutely
Pictures?
is.
Bring them next time.
Right.
Yes.
Have you people noticed, have you got in the chat room, I put something out there for $5.99 a month. You can get in and watch what we talked about
And that's
today.
going to reveal so many
Did
things
you
about
see
Brittany
what
and
we
Tony.
talked about on Facebook today? And this was like at 5 in the morning or 6?
We were talking
Like
about
6:30 in the
squirting.
morning.
Oh,
I shared this.
God.
And we got into this huge conversation about it. And then David said that his mom had one on her couch.
So your mom
but-
was a squirt?
That's how I said it. He said it was.
How would I know?
He said it's because he
had plastic
tinkled.
covers.
He said it's because
Yeah.
he peed his pants when
Yeah.
he was 12.
I guess.
I said it's because his mom was a squirter. And
Probably, because
Yeah.
she,
Better
yeah,
than peeing someone else's pants, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah. Can you, well, you said you could just think and, right? Come.
Yeah.
So,
Like your
can you,
superpower?
Yeah, it is.
can you stand up and think and squirt?
It's a great superpower.
Yeah, that's
I,
Flying. If I could do that,
and then
I need
the
to fly.
new Brittany doll.
Oh, yeah.
Battery sold separately.
It's like flying. It feels like flying.
Right. I
God.
have to wear.
Yeah, we missed
depends,
you.
We're
I
gonna
think.
get kicked out of this
We don't
studio.
have
The
a dildo, though.
astronauts.
Jockins.
Yeah. Like a catheter of some sort.
What?
I came in at the wrong part of that.
He was talking about if he could do that, he'd have to wear Depends.
All right, this is not Laura's sex show, or what? Dr. Ruth, whatever.
Dr. Laura talks sex.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
plastic covers on couches.
Yeah, plastic cover. Hey,
So
you know one
we-
thing that really pisses me off though? Is
Look
whenever I
at
hear
this bacon. Seems like something you've enjoyed before. But look closer. Is that brown sugar you see? Melting into a sweet crackly glaze? Closer. Yes, your eyes were right. It's Arby's brown sugar bacon. And your eyes were right. It's Arby's brown sugar bacon.
So David's playing this because it
No,
annoys him.
it just annoys me to no freaking end, and it annoys Bear. He gets louder.
There's
Bacon?
a dog.
And what are those? These are curly fries
Is he
with a sandwich. Yeah, yeah.
Are you okay? You're sweating.
God, I almost passed out. Yeah. But I just hit it because Obama said that he was going to limit the commercial volume after the shows to the same volume. Yeah. That was one of his promises. Of course, when he got in, he said, so now when that guy comes on, it goes way up again on HD, and there it is, this voice. God. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out, little kids.
Yeah. If you want annoying, go to like the PBS show Caillou.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my god. Caillou.
No.
Whiny.
Oh my god. That's
you know what
the
happened?
epitome of a brat. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like that kid should be beat. Seriously.
Well, the girl who voiced him died in a car accident, but
we have.
Thanks a lot.
There is.
Why would they have a girl play a little boy?
Because he was a whiny little 4-year-old, and apparently, I don't know.
Only girls can do that.
You can tell they had the show to themselves last week, can't you?
Here.
All right, but you kept saying you miss me. Yeah, no. Stop it. Anyway,
we need you for all those pheromones.
At about 10 minutes, the Accidentals are calling in. Now, that's a group that just hit it big. I think they were on the Today Show, and they were also on commercials. And I heard these guys this morning, right after the Arby's commercial, because Larry Cheese, it cooled me down, you know? And then I heard this song, and I go, God, these guys are good. And I looked them up, and I wrote them today, and they said, they are coming to Grand Rapids. They're coming to Grand Rapids this weekend. Mm-hmm. I think at the Van Andel. Is that a big place?
Yeah, that's a very big place.
The intersection.
I think where their
is that a...
Intersection's a
big
good venue. Yeah.
There they are, look. Now, I think they are so...
They're cute.
God, they look young.
Yeah.
I've seen them before.
Talk about talent.
I think they go to school with my kids. Like,
they
look so young.
Look at that.
They did our prize. They were really cute. I remember.
Aren't they good?
Yeah. They were really good.
They should have got first place. But anyway, I love a girl who plays violin. There's something to that. And I think it's medieval. I think it's medieval in me. Look at that. Do you see the way she does that?
She makes it look good.
I mean, she's
like rocking it. It's really cool.
She's seducing me without touching me. Look at that.
Yeah, she's like 12, right?
Yeah.
She will be.
What's your real name? I'm looking you up on FamilyWatchdog.com.
She's 8.5.
Jeez.
She's pretty young looking.
Yeah.
They're like 18 though, aren't they? 18, 19, I think.
Look, all I know is they're professionals and they're great and we got to listen to them.
Okay.
And I have a song of theirs and we can play them. They said we could.
Okay,
so they will be coming on.
We'll be coming up a little bit later.
What went on your week, this week? Anything going on with you, Brittany?
Always.
Any guys in stolen cars picking you up?
No, not lately.
Okay. What about you, Candice?
I had my kids try out for the school musical, and one of my daughters made it.
Yay!
So she's going to be in Peter Pan.
Yes.
So that's...
You like that commercial that they keep playing with Peter Pan? When he comes flying in. Bill! You ever see that?
Yeah, I think so. Is that where Peter Pan's at like a party? And
Yeah.
That's getting old. So that's good. And I did buy a Powerball ticket as much as my husband told me to. He's like, if you go out, buy a Powerball ticket. And I'm like, all right. And I didn't. So
I'm going to.
Why wouldn't you buy just a regular Mega Million? I mean, there's no difference between 2 million and 200 million in your life. It wouldn't change your life.
Yeah, it's 800.
Let's say it's $1 billion.
But
okay?
Here's what
there is no difference to a person or family. Let's say they win 20 million in the Mega Million.
Right.
They're not going to live any differently with 20 billion. What can you really buy and what's left?
If you're in some
country,
an island,
a politician.
Did you see the last 10 people who have won the big Powerballs over the year?
Yeah.
In place 6, and I was going to do it. Go to YouTube, people. It's there. Anyway, this chick, she's black and she's street, and she used a lot of the money, a good percentage of it, keep bailing her husband out of prison for rape, murder, and paying his fines. Yeah. I mean,
did you catch
that ticket, that lottery ticket I was talking about.
Yeah.
There's a guy who won a lottery 30 years ago. He gets $1,000 a month.
That's the no, it's a week, isn't it? Is it a month?
Are you talking about the old guy?
Yeah, $1,000 a month.
Yeah, it was like a roulette game or something.
So he gets $1,000 a month for his life fund. No.
Yeah, but he went bankrupt. Even with that coming in, because $1,000 a month doesn't really buy you what. Plus, he got busted for embezzling $650,000 from.
No, there's more.
There we go.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
that's
there's
right.
that.
Yeah, the billion. If he got $800 million, he might have been able to get around that.
Well, you're comparing 1,000 a month to billion. That's a different thing. If I said you won 20 million,
this was 30 years ago.
Oh, he got
well,
that 30 years
$1,000 a month is a lot of money. 30 years ago.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Now,
Yeah,
that's
now
more
not
equivalent.
so much,
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't enough to keep him out of trouble. He still felt like he needed to embezzle.
Most people get in trouble.
It's a really high percentage of
38% of the
that-
people die within 5 years of winning.
Oh, I know
them
die.
go
I know they go
bankrupt,
bankrupt.
Die.
A lot of them go bankrupt.
Died.
Yeah.
So you're
From
saying
drugs.
Take the one-time payout, you're saying, because you're not going to live 30 years.
Yeah.
Right,
That's the moral of this story.
And
That's the moral.
you know what? If I won, I would just take it. I would be anonymous, and I'd just put it right in my Bank of America savings account. That's it. Just put it right there.
Yeah.
Now, Bank of America would woo you with things.
Oh, sure.
Are you going to woo me?
Oh,
One hell
Like
of
a
toaster.
toaster. Yeah.
yeah. I get my toaster.
Chef.
No, they would take care of the boy for anything he wanted.
Yeah.
Right? Really interested in
Bear would
off of
have
that?
unlimited peanut butter
Yeah.
You know what?
and
Do you want
testosterone.
Barrel Bear for the weekend?
No, I have a dog.
Sounds like he's full anyways.
I don't have. I don't have balls for Bear to lick.
Well, you know I've got them.
Yes, I've
You
heard.
had-
I've heard how much he licks them. Yes.
No, I have never said that.
Yes,
I have
you
never
said,
said
you said when you put
that.
the testosterone on.
He
Right?
comes
he's,
to me.
He's
Yeah.
sneaked in there.
Right, because he can pick up on that testosterone. He's been snipped, okay?
Yeah.
I have a picture in my house, and I posted on Facebook with my hand on him, and he's riding to get snipped, and he doesn't know it. It's the most sad picture you'll ever see.
Where is your hand?
On his neck while
Oh,
we're
okay.
driving. We're fine. He's got his bear
Talk
uniform
about
on.
being snipped.
So anyway, he's heading out to get snipped. But he snipped. But the thing is now, spring's coming out. He's starting to hump.
Yeah.
He's walking around humping. And then, he can pick up a pillow. So there's a new dog next door. Guinness.
Okay. Male or female?
It's male.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Don't matter.
It
Don't
doesn't
matter.
I guess not.
It's like half pit bull, half this. And Bear
There's
has
discrimination.
already
No, he's not.
grabbed it and picked it up and walked it underneath the deck and took care of business.
Oh. Whoa.
And he gave it a new hairdo,
She's
what
so
the-
Bates.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
picturing this, and it's a terrible picture.
Bear is an animal. He don't care. And you know what? Who cares? Who cares?
So if it's okay for dogs, why isn't it okay for people?
I never said it was okay. I just don't have a parade for mine. What am I going to have? The doggy style parade?
Yes.
The bottom or top parade? Yeah.
You have a baton.
Yeah. You know what? My float would go flat. The tires. That's the way my life goes.
We're going to end up relaunching the discussion on if you drink, you're going to be.
So,
Oh no.
yeah. Well, I was saying before the show, did I say it while we were on the air when IVIG was? No, I said it was actually a cocktail from Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah.
That was before the show. And I said I gave myself it because I thought I could get laid.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep and I woke up and actually the covers were a little messed a little bit. So I figured
Yeah.
something
It
happened.
works.
And
So I'm
it was in
looking,
pants,
I dialed
yeah.
police and I said someone was here, but I don't know who. So they took DNA, it's on me.
So you're going to press charges?
So the police got to touch you.
Yeah, yes.
Self-mutilation? Self-rape? Is that what they call that?
Yes. Can you do that?
Huh?
Hey.
Is that
I don't
yeah,
think
physically?
so.
If you long enough, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do we need to hear the prophets again?
No.
No.
All right.
They scared
Just
me.
keep it clean.
Hey, speaking of parties and being careful with what's in your drink, here is a recruitment video from I believe it's a Delta Gamma, and they.
Don't say Michigan State because that's where my daughter goes.
No, it's not. But they're a sorority, and together they formed a club rooted in education and service. So here are the girls in their recruitment
Okay,
video.
we're looking at TV. Wow.
Showing their education and service.
They are. Look at it.
Yeah.
Well, she can slalom on that. Can you slalom? I can.
So there's some debate on this,
Well, wait a minute.
on whether this is like a whole white privilege sort of thing, or if they're just having fun. But would you want your daughter to join this sorority? You know, I'm sure you'd want to party with.
You have no idea what your daughter's doing in the sororities when they get there.
Absolutely not. No.
I mean, look at okay. So this is part of their service call.
Where
I
is this
think.
college at? Just for fun.
Somewhere warm, I think.
I was going to say, it does not look like Michigan State.
These girls are actually talented because they're doing backflips, they're slaloming.
They are.
And they all have great bodies.
It's all part of their preparation for life.
Yeah.
And their service to others.
Do you know what? They're going to bump into a rich guy, every one of those, because they're too damn good looking, and they're set for life. That's how it works.
If you join the sorority.
Look, all I'm going to say is what's going to happen to those girls. Rich guys are going to get them, and then that's it. And then in 20 years, they'll go to Cougar Hills, Forest Hills Foods, and
they'll start
they'll
start messaging you on.
They will not. They will not. They will not. They will not go horizontal for their husbands anymore. And they all wear these little tennis outfits, attracting the young men.
And then they'll start Facebook messaging you.
Yes, yes. Tourist. Oh God, do I get scary ones?
They have a lot of money. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, is that crazy? Like,
look at the helicopters above them.
Well, then I don't know. Maybe my kids can join the sorority.
Yeah.
You're like, hey.
There ain't one ugly one in the group.
No, well, of course.
It's got to be because every group has an ugly girl.
I say it's racist.
Yeah,
I don't see one black person.
She's holding the camera, I think. The ugly
girl. Right? You can't be in here.
Oh, that's nice.
You're such a good photographer. Look,
that's nice.
None of them are ugly.
You're looking for the ugly person.
People ain't gonna be like, I have black friends. It's gonna be white people against black people and such. Hold on. And everyone that is going unto you shall fall by the sword. So even though you got black friends, Spanish friends, if they with your ass in that day, they gonna die too. Their children, you got black friends, Spanish
now look at their
Everything's too
attitude.
easy. You don't have to study. You don't have to work hard. You're just going to go out and try to find a rich husband. So you're not going to really worry about your grades.
Right.
Does not look like a very...
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
These girls...
You see, we're realists. We're realists.
I will say in college, I do remember I only had one person say this to me, but she said she was in college to get her MRS. And I was like, no way. I was like, no way.
Is that like a...
Well, she was out. Let's face it. There's a lot more out there that aren't admitting that.
My God.
There is
I
a
can't...
lot there.
Like, what sort of low self-worth must you have to, like, when your goal is to get, like...
A lot of people with major degrees from major colleges that are majorly doing nothing.
Hey, it's been going on for decades. You're just pissed. You're just pissed.
Why am I pissed?
You're just pissed because you didn't join one of these groups.
I
That's why. It's a virgin thing.
You don't want to join one of these
out.
groups. You want to join the ugly group because then you can stand out. You join one of these groups.
Yeah.
You got to fight against all this stuff.
That is
I would
very
be
good
at
point.
this group.
I like that. You join the uglies.
Ugliest, get your ugliest. And then
Really?
Look
Yeah.
at me, man.
And then
But
you're
no-
bathing in all of the attention.
Like a king of the trailer park, man. You know.
Look at they're opening a condom. Look at that.
Oh, they're doing... Yeah, they look excited about it, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Okay, we're going to say bye-bye.
All right,
then.
yeah, say goodbye. Okay, that was enough of that.
So, my children, my children aren't sorority types anyway, so.
Right. And Brittany, you're just,
I'm just what?
I don't know. You're like, you're just taking it in. You're just taking it in. You're a little quiet tonight.
Sometimes there are no words.
Yeah.
And you're digging.
Oh, no. Stop responding to people. My God.
Don't. I respond to everybody.
Easy.
I'm going to make a song about his crazy people.
I think you...
You know what?
Yes.
You talking about the stalkers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're going to end up dead.
Yes.
Yes, talking about the stalkers. And
Well, it's 5:30, and I'm waiting for the group. I'm going to play them anyway. I'm going to play them anyway.
All right, and then we'll see if they call during that time.
All right?
All right.
All right.
So
They're called the...
Oh, the
We sat beneath the stars at a fire and played our new guitars, and I wondered how long this is gonna last. Because picture perfect memories just come with those type of things, and pain's the best reminder of our past. I watch meters fall on the world that hardly care at all, leaving silver trails of dust across the sky. A whimsical blue match my mood, and with constellations for tattoos, and I watch them fade away and quickly die. So many theories wrong and soon disproved. So many ideas lost among the few. So many conversations that are sadly misconstrued, and lost among debate and needless violence. We need the silence. We walk in holidays with tattered walls and empty space, and as we smell the drenched in nighttime air. Neither of us said a word, and we waited till we heard the birds and realized not once have we ever been scared. So many theories wrong and soon disproved. So many ideas lost among the few. So many conversations that are sadly misconstrued, and lost among debate and needless violence. We need the silence. I watch your grandpa's mind fly away and leave some bits behind that made him smile each time that they appeared. I wonder if he feels the pain. It seems he never would complain whenever his whole family is near. So many theories wrong and soon disproved. So many ideas lost among the few. So many conversations that are sadly misconstrued, and lost among debate and needless violence. We need the silence.
That was fun. Your friends are really great. Yesterday, I told a brief story with a point and a definite ending. What's happening to me?
Feeling like less of a woman?
Lately, I've been arguing rationally, without bringing up some from 3 years ago. Am I dying?
Losing what makes you feminine?
I saw a strange text on my boyfriend's cell phone, and I just trusted him. I didn't freak the out.
You might not just be getting older. You might have a condition called low estrogen or low E, and it might be time to talk to your doctor about Sandra Gel. Sandra Gel is a cream you have to rub on your hands in an exaggerated way, a lot. Sandra Gel increases estrogen when used daily.
I just feel like if she really cares about her friends, like she'll call them and it won't just be all about, are you listening to me?
In a clinical study, women who used Sandra Gel immediately reported an increase in unfounded suspicions, crying at work, and dishing it out without being able to take it.
Can you give me some more root space, please? God, Jesus.
Serious side effects include vaginal worsening and stigmata.
Thanks, Sandra Gel. What? What? Why does your cell phone have a code? What do you need a code for?
I didn't know we were Russian.
Here we go.
That's what Putin said.
We are so back with you on No Limits. Those were the accidentals. And we got them up on TV here playing some videos.
They're going to be calling in shortly?
Well, they just messaged me. Well, I'll just keep going with the show.
Okay,
you got to be like Brett Favre of the Green Bay Packers. You got to call audibles.
That's
you see
right.
the defense set up something different. You look around a little bit and you call an audible.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to do right now. So anyway, I guess what I wanted to try calling, and that number is what? What? Voicemail.
This didn't happen last.
Oh, you're listening. Watch. Watch this. Watch this.
David's on his phone right now.
I'm
pulling up a voicemail, apparently. So.
No, they're trying to call my number.
Okay.
And I gave them my number.
Yeah.
And
they're
not even close to it.
Ah. But they're texting you, so wouldn't it be...
Well, they might be, inviting something in the Kane family.
Oh, okay. Or is that a Facebook message that you guys are talking on?
I don't know right now. I don't care. God, what do you want to know? What color is my little cursor?
Just send your number.
God.
Is it a round
there it is.
Or is it the...
They texted, they messaged me 9 numbers. We keep trying these 9 numbers. Okay.
Are they putting in the country code?
I don't know. But you know what's cute? Their icon when they message you is
that's their
pink.
Facebook icon.
So that's Facebook.
Yeah. That's
all right, call me, people. I know you're listening.
Yes, we have a confirmation on the...
Okay.
All right, so anyway, I want to talk about, after they call in, a little bit about the Philadelphia cop who was shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just before I left to come here, in all seriousness, they were saying, when they went through his apartment, which they can now because he did what he did. First of all, he shot 11 times and only hit him twice.
Okay, this is the guy who shot a cop.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh yeah. So anyway, first of all, it should be a hate crime, which I didn't charge him with. Number 2, they have found now he is related to ISIS, linkages with money coming in from the Afghanistanis and backing him. So he was backed supposedly by ISIS.
Mm-hmm.
The news story switched gears because immediately they said he was just a mean person who went out to kill a cop.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're trailing the money,
mm-hmm.
and that gun was stolen from a cop 2 years ago. Went to voicemail. How can that be? What's your number?
Say, what's your number?
What's your number? They're not dialing.
Okay, so it doesn't seem like a good strategy from a terrorist perspective to financially back some guy who uses some stolen gun from 2 years ago to kill one cop, and he shoots 11 times and hits him how many times?
Twice.
So it's like, what? Who's screening this guy where they're going to put all this money into him to do this? Like, that's
something they test you to make sure you know how to shoot.
ISIS has a personnel issue. They have very bad.
But the thing is, they have really good PR. And they plan it.
I think
They're
that
horrible,
individual event, if I was a cop, I'd be afraid.
Well, period.
When you
Okay.
So that has sent a message because the news will take that. Here we go. Now I can't tell you their number, peoples. I'm going speaker on you, baby.
Ooh, we have made communication.
That's fine. Okay.
You're connected.
Yeah. So you think it's just to terrorize the one cop?
No.
And to make other cops be afraid that it's...
I don't have a mobile network in here.
Why don't you give him my number?
Oh, that's why it keeps going to voicemail.
Do you have something that works?
Why
What's your
don't you
number?
call them on Facebook?
Because they're not on... Can I call you on Facebook?
Just give her my number.
Send her a Facebook message.
How do I do this?
Video call. Oh,
Okay.
that should work. Okay.
I just press it.
All right.
Contacting.
There we go. And then
Oh,
if
they're
you-
going to see my head.
Well, then you can turn off the video portion.
I want to hear them.
This is a Facebook call. Volume probably needs to go up there.
Hi. Turn us up. Hi. It is No Limits Radio with the Accidentals. How are you?
Let's see who we talk to.
Put them back up.
Can we? All right. Turn those up, please, for the third time.
I did turn it up.
All right. Good. We're just trying to modify things in here. There's too much estrogen. Not you guys. Speaking of
He's
Michigan,
gonna back off on his woman.
well, Michigan girls are corn-fed, so I love them. Hey, I was browsing around this morning, and you guys were on a commercial, weren't you? Your music?
Yes. Shanty Creek is using our song. It's actually the first song on our album, Bittersweet. Their commercial is called Silence.
They're not getting picked up, so whatever you can do by picking that up over here.
Yep. So she was just saying that Shanty Creek is using the song called Silence?
Yes.
For their commercial that's out there right now. So
Right. So
exposure there.
let's talk about you guys first. What are your names? Are you there? Hey.
Do you,
Yeah, what's your names? Yeah, what's your names?
wait, so over here we're, Katie.
Katie, hi.
Katie Larson, Savannah Bice, and Michael Dodds. There are the three of us.
You said 4 names.
No, they said their first and their last name.
Oh, okay. I got it. All right. All right.
Bandy, the voice of reason here today.
Well, welcome to the powerhouse out of Grand Rapids, and thank you for calling in. Now, you guys are. I was browsing around this morning. I heard you guys on a commercial, and I loved it. And I ran immediately to my computer and started Googling you guys. And not only is your music good, your entertainment effect on stage is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Your rhythmic, your rhythmic and all that. You guys, I hate to compare things, but I'm going to make a prediction. Every person I have ever put on this show, starting out, has gone places. One girl right now is in Michigan. Not Michigan, Nashville. She's recording. You guys are going to be the next Indigo Girls.
Hello?
Yeah, we're here. Anyway,
You're cutting out a little bit on your...
put your face. What am I talking into?
You're talking into your phone.
Okay. Put your face by the mic. There we go. How's this? Better?
Oh, you're going to lose signal in here, so you need to call on their
Yeah,
phone.
sounds good.
Okay.
So, is your music available on iTunes?
It is. Our music's on iTunes. It's on CD Baby. It's on SoundCloud and anywhere. The whole internet. Yes.
The whole internet.
Cool. Where are you guys from? Is it Traverse City?
Yep. We're from Traverse City, Michigan.
Okay, and how do you guys start together?
We first started playing together about 4 years ago. Up in Traverse City, Savannah and I were both in our public high school orchestra programs. Actually, we were playing violin and cello, and we kind of formed a duo. Started playing music together. And then a little over a year ago, we met Michael Dawes, who plays drums with us now, and he's actually from the kind of Detroit, Ann Arbor area. And so, as a 3-piece now, we've been playing for a little over a year. And we all kind of chip in with the arrangements and the songwriting, and we try to throw in as many instruments as possible into a single concert as we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
You're booked pretty heavily. I looked at your schedule.
Yeah, we're trying to do a lot of touring, actually. Savannah and I graduated from high school about 1 or 2 years ago. So now we've been doing this full-time, and we have a great booking agency out of Ann Arbor called Fleming Artists who've been helping us out for the past year, and we're hoping to do a lot of touring in 2016.
So, I only see good things for you guys because, honestly, I've had bands on. If they suck, they sucked, and I told them. But that's who I am. But you guys, you just caught me, and I think the stage presence and the way you guys move rhythmically together, there's a vibration between you two girls on stage.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, could you take a minute real quick just to list the different instruments that you play? Because we were looking at some of the videos. There's a lot of different instruments you play. It's amazing. And could you just kind of list off some of the instruments you use during your songs there?
Well, between us, we all play around 13 instruments, but it's basically anything with strings. For our live show, we just do violin, cello, guitar, acoustic and electric guitar, and electric bass. And we kind of switch between those. Michael's weird drum kit. And Michael has a really strange drum kit. He uses a home, which is like a box with a snare taped to the inside, and he has like a kick and a tom and a couple of cymbals, and that's pretty much how we go from place to place.
I saw that on the video. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting piece of equipment.
Yeah. I was wondering what that was, the long-handled one.
Now, if he has to go to the bathroom, he can just stay there.
No, there's no hole in the top.
Shit. I knew I'd get you out of there. I knew I'd get him out of there. How you doing, bud? All right, you guys are great. I'm going to go home and listen to you guys tonight. You're coming to Grand Rapids this weekend, and that's the reason you're not in the studio. You'll be traveling tonight or tomorrow?
Actually, we are at the venue at Wellington. We're playing at the Mitten Bar tonight, and then we're playing at Winter Wheat tomorrow in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Winter Wheat. Okay,
Winter Wheat
so
tomorrow.
that's Saturday.
Okay.
So Saturday the 9th. All right.
Now, yeah, we're happy to put your logo on our webpage. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
They're like, yeah, well, maybe.
Okay, well, we hope it goes great tonight.
Yeah, well.
And thanks for talking with us.
No.
Good luck with all your success. You guys are great.
Yeah,
no, you guys are really good.
Cool.
Stay in touch, will you?
Yeah, thank you guys so much for talking to us.
Yeah, because I wanted to get your name out there and know that you're coming. So I hope you get a bigger crowd tomorrow when you approach the city. Okay? I might even be there. I'll be the only older guy. Because you're I would imagine your fans are pretty college age?
Actually, no. Our fans are pretty a broad range. Facebook has this thing that lets you see who's your fans when they like your page, like what your demographic is, and our demographic is kind of really broad, so all ages, and we encourage all ages to come out to our shows for sure.
We'll get that when we get one person to look at our page. We'll start getting that information.
Okay.
All right, we got to wrap up. Stay in touch, guys, okay?
Hey, thank you so much.
And we played your song just before we got on. I know maybe you were listening.
Yep, sounded great.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Have a great show.
Thanks.
Okay, cool.
That was Katie Larson, and she's from the... Did anyone remember? The Accidentals.
Yeah. Did anyone remember?
I hope so.
The Accidentals.
Speaking of the King family.
Yeah, speaking of the King. I wanted to mention that her voice is just incredible.
Yeah,
too,
it is. Yeah, it is.
So
Yeah,
rings.
definitely. So I want to talk a little bit more to our special guest, who is so graciously sitting here with us.
It's been entertaining.
I know, and I knew he would fit right in with us because Randy is a friend of mine, but he's also just a great guy, great sense of humor, and you are a chef. That's how you started, but then you went into ice. So talk about that a little bit. How did that happen?
Well, they say if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, and I just took it too far. Went straight to the freezer. I did that as part of my job. You know, as a chef, you do pastries and hot food and cold food, and ice sculpting is one of the things that traditionally was done with chefs. And I just really loved it. I was a private chef for a couple of years for the Van Andel family. Traveled with them.
Get out!
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Van Andel traveled with them back and forth on their private jet to their islands, and just cooked for the two of them, and then came back here and started up our own business because I loved West Michigan, and the best way to stay in West Michigan at that time was to have our own business. The food scene was nowhere near as great as it is now. There's not that many places to go, so ice sculpting was it, and it's been great. We've had a great run. West Michigan has been very good to us. Had a television series on Food Network called Ice Brigade.
Are you kidding? You were on it?
I was on it.
Ice Brigade.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So it was fun. It was it gave us a chance to do a lot of interesting things that were beyond what we normally do, but because we had such a great staff and a budget for the show and everything, we just took everything, pumped it in, and we did things that people still don't do. I mean, we've done a working double Ferris wheel that actually all rotates and moves with 12 individual carts, pool tables, bowling alley, pinball machine, everything all made out of ice. It's interactive. And it was because of the show we had the reasons to do those things.
There's the Ferris wheel, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So here's a Ferris wheel right here.
So it actually all turns, all rotates, and everything's ice. So it's rotating on ice, continually moving, and those are all pieces. Even the dowels, the little carts on there, that's all
man.
That's awesome.
So
how long did that take you to make that?
Well, the story goes that one took me about 20 years because basically we talked about it forever, and finally got to the point where we could pull it off. And it was a lot of designing, but once we got it going, probably about 3 or 4 days to get the first one off, and then I just sat there in the freezer like this because I was so fascinated that it really worked. I was just like, all right, this is not, this is too cool. So from there, we did Ripley's Believe It or Not. We've been on several of their books, on their TV show, been on Today's Show, Access Hollywood. We did the full gamut of promotional appearances when we had this TV series. And then now we do a lot of specialty things. We did the Super Bowl 3-4 years ago in Indy. We did 10 days of live shows at Super Bowl Village, Red Center. So we do a lot of entertainment stuff. And then coming up in Grand Rapids on the Valentine's Day weekend, the 12th, 13th, and 14th, we've got it's called Valentice, and it's Valentine's and ice, and we do ice sculptures. There's ice sculpture up and down the streets, all over the place. The JW Marriott's going to have an ice sculpture out in front of their place. A lot of the storefronts are purchasing ice sculptures, Van Andel Arena. So there'll be ice sculptures all over. We'll be doing live demonstrations, a lot of other fun activities during the weekend to get people out during the wintertime.
Right.
Now, you're obviously a trained chef.
Yes.
Okay, then where did you train, incidentally?
I went to Oakland Community College in Farmington Hills, and then I also taught at Schoolcraft College and I taught at the Culinary Institute of America and a couple other places.
Great. And then when you went to ice and things like that, you probably, if you lived in Rome, you'd be doing marble.
I don't think so.
Back then. No, man.
You mean
2,000 years ago, you'd be...
it's hard telling.
I mean, you're obviously an artist by the way you can sculpture things into... Look at that.
Well,
did you know you had that when you were cooking, or was that part of your cooking?
Well, that's why they call it culinary arts. It is an art form. So not only just the preparation, but the decorative plates. So I always had that. I did 4 years of architectural drafting prep in high school, which went nowhere, and to my parents' dismay. But
it did, because now you do things like design pool tables that go on the Today Show.
Yeah, okay, you're going to be an architect or a cook. Great. Yeah, good choice. But it worked out. And
would you stop
back to that?
Is that another ice sculpture?
That is an ice sculpture that we did. See, that's why the plastic so it doesn't melt.
Yeah. So do you have the little pee-pee boy between her legs? Yeah, and it
we
coming
made
out.
those out of ice too. So.
Right. Worked on vodka.
My intent here was to pull up Randy's Today Show picture, but I can't.
You're going back to sporting.
Brittany,
would you try to stop that?
Yeah, would you please stop? Get out of the chat room.
Get out of the chat. Here we go. All right.
So anyways, but like you said, though, when we got into this, it really wasn't an industry. There wasn't people out there doing ice sculptures.
No, very rare. And then we thought they were crazy, too, because they were out on a street. They did that, they were a mime, and then they ran a circus. That's my epitome of what it was. And then I see you come in. As far as I know, you walked in, I didn't know who you were. I thought it was a dead body in there. I'm like, crap. We're done for.
It might be.
But then you've done this in such a way where it's being recognized as purely an art. Now, when I saw that pool table, that's an art. Do you have that in your mind?
Mostly it's in my ass and I pull it out. Because people suggest something and it's like, okay, sure. And I usually promise it before I realize if I can do it or not. When we did the first appearance, we were on Discovery Channel, and they said, okay, can you do, we did the Ferris wheel, and they said, can you do a pool table? I said, sure, no problem. Got off the phone and said, oh, shit, now I got to figure out how to make this pool
table. We do a pool table.
And we got a week to do it. So that motivates you. You're going to be on national television. You don't want to look like an idiot. So that pressure really pushes us. And, we like doing new things and pushing what you think of an ice sculpture might be a swan. We want to push what people's vision of it is, and it's not just...
All right, these pieces of art, what happens to them when it's all off the Today Show and it goes away? Do you put them like cryonic somewhere?
No. It's that's...
Or do you just put it like in the inner city down south where it's real hot and all the kids come and lick it?
I know. I always said that if I was to be reincarnated to be an ice sculpture is what I want.
Really? Did you ever do it?
Love to lick them, so. I
bet you've done that too. No, have you ever made the? Well, Megan
That's
Stubbs.
such an open-ended comment.
Yeah. Well, Megan Stubbs was on our show, Doctor of Sexology, and she pulled out a couple of her little toys. And I just was wondering, you probably have done those on special events for some of the women. Oh, yeah.
Bachelorette parties.
Oh, what do you make for those? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've done like giant penises. And
do you have enough ice for me?
To do your penis?
Yes.
Or your
Yes. There's the door.
We have we have done sculptures that are actually my business partner Derek Maxwell went to Alaska and they have giant 8-foot by 5-foot by 4-foot blocks.
Yeah.
And they did a 30-foot tall mermaid. They were up on scaffolds with chainsaws. And so up there they got the weather for it, but it's all temporary. It's a temporary art form. It's like dance. It's like anything else.
Or food.
It's great. Exactly. Great example because it's temporary. It's there. Now with digital age, that's kind of where we've come into light because it's permanent on the internet. It's just like porn or anything else.
Right.
Once it's over with, it's still on the internet. Mm-hmm.
And so you want to look at it again.
Yeah, people look at the pictures. We do a lot of promotional things for advertisements.
Where can they find you?
Icebrigade.com or iceguru.com.
Okay.
Facebook, Randy Finch, very easy to find out on there.
Also, so people want to hire you, and probably all year round, right?
We do. We do. Wintertime is our busiest time, but during the summertime, we do a lot of stuff for golf outings. Graduation's big.
Yeah.
We do a lot of graduation parties. Tailgate parties, those luges. I mean, we keep them in stock. People will call us constantly. We'll slap a MSU logo on there or whatnot.
A drinking luge, yeah.
You pour a shot at the top. It comes down the groove.
Yeah.
We need one of those.
You know what?
I've partaken in many of those.
I think you do need one.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
All right.
I think Randy's going to help us out here with a luge.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
You do. You have to have a tray.
Catch
the water.
They can see that on TV, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Down here.
He is taking out, folks, on the radio. Okay. There are ghostly things happening in
there. Do you need help, Randy?
But he's taking out of the case he brought.
Lemonade.
A whole. That's not lemonade. A giant ice sculpture.
Unleaded and unleaded. Awesome.
And he's going to do a luge here for Candice and Brittany. Yeah.
Are you ready for that?
Look at that. That is beautiful.
Oh my gosh, that's the greatest thing ever.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I love it.
Okay.
It is. It's a giant penis.
I love you.
Oh my God.
It is.
I just want to say I love you.
It's a giant penis and our bones are going.
I pull out a giant penis.
That is me.
She loves me.
That is me. You do know me.
Okay, so
we are going to post that.
For our radio listeners, you should probably.
Well, I'm going to put it on Facebook now for you listening at home.
A description.
Holy
Have the
smoly.
ladies describe it.
Oh.
Yeah, but you got to take it out of that. I'm going to run a movie on that.
Whoa!
She's
nice.
Candice, wait a minute. Hold on.
The ratings just went through the roof.
Where's my goddamn movie thing? Can't find it where you need it. And then it's going the wrong way. Taking my face.
So we have a nice sculpture here that is it's a penis.
It is.
All right.
Half penis on the side.
All right, we are. Okay, you're moving. This is going.
Okay,
Are
so
you going
here.
first or mine?
Okay.
All right.
I'd like leaded lemonade.
All right, Candice is to our left on the screen, and Brittany's to the right.
In case there's some drippage.
It's dripping.
It's okay. I have a large.
Now, did it get shots before? It's got drip.
Yeah.
So
I have a high capacity.
Hey, come on, baby. Come on.
It catches right off the edge there. Okay. So.
There we go.
He can really shoot far.
Put your lips up on it.
No, I've done this before. You want to go first?
Come on, girl.
Can you see?
Come on, girl.
Or should I turn it a little bit?
That's the leaded, right?
Huh? Yeah.
Come on, baby. Look at. Wow.
Oh, you're dripping.
Wow.
Just a little bit left.
You don't swallow, huh?
There we go.
There you go. They're super girls, aren't they?
Nice.
All right, there goes Candice.
Oh,
All right.
hey, there.
Oh, come on, baby.
Good girl.
Come on, baby.
I'm in charge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
No hands.
Candice.
Put your hands up.
Whoa, look at the facial features. Oh, she opens her mouth to show she's got it in her, and then swallow. Oh, I'm gonna be quiet.
Look, it's our threesome, Candice.
They're both on it now.
Right.
Oh,
God.
Show them all how it's done.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Every guy that
Come on.
This is the dual shot.
All right.
How do we both
They're
do
getting liquored up.
I don't know.
All right, when you're done.
We need like a hair split.
No. Look at girls. Say hi, Daddy. Say hi, Daddy.
I talked to my dad too.
Okay, and then when you're done,
There's no way it's full.
when you're done, kiss.
Well, you could, one could start, one could finish. But you both have to stay up close
All right,
first,
ready?
though.
All right, here we go.
We'll tag team.
Come on, Brittany.
Tag team. A little bit of there.
Ready?
Okay. And Candice is coming in for cleanup.
There you go. I don't know.
Oh my God.
You swallowed it all. Good girl. Good
I don't
girl.
want that to go to waste.
No.
Never. Oh, that's so good.
I can't believe you brought that.
You're so awesome.
That is,
man.
you know, and we're not going to get kicked out. High five, bud.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
Yeah, see? Couldn't do that.
David,
No.
go ahead.
It's your turn for a shot.
I don't drink.
That's why we have.
I don't drink.
It's lemonade. It's
I will not drink out of the head of the penis.
unleaded
It's not.
lemonade.
I am not.
Happiness.
No,
Happiness.
no,
It's
I'm not.
happiness.
I'm not putting my lips near that. This is what we should have Jim
Oh
here.
my God. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That would be great to have my husband.
All right, well, you know what? The guy who creates his own artwork lives by his artwork. Come on, have a cocktail.
No, I have to drive.
No, they're the unleaded. In fact, it's just water right now.
Well, you know, the biggest
Come on.
challenge, the biggest challenge of creating one of these is that I do it in the freezer and my model keeps shrinking up, so I can never. I go in there and I'm like,
well, that's why you asked me for
It's too
pictures.
cold.
Yeah.
So
look at that.
We do these for graduation parties, for birthday parties, for
penis.
Yeah.
High school
yeah.
graduations. They're like
It's uncircumcised.
Well, it's
So good.
trust me, we have gone the gamut.
Wow.
We have, and then of course we do these ones that have the two breasts, and we'll put tubes that go through.
I do not
so they come
believe
on each
that.
breast.
Wow. You're off camera, I think.
And sorry.
When you're there. No,
So,
that's okay.
anyways,
Yeah.
but
We should probably move.
Hi, everybody, for just tuning in. Romper, bumper, stomper, boom. Who do I see today? Happiness. Happiness.
Okay.
We gotta get
Well, here you
Grab my
We
cord.
gotta get pictures later of taking shots. So.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, you know what? I want to get. Yeah, we'll have to get a picture with everybody.
Can you
Oh, I was
imagine?
gonna move it. Okay.
Can you
All right.
imagine getting pulled over and they wanted to see what's in there?
Wow.
Yeah. Now, that is going to go somewhere, right? Where's that going?
That was made for you guys. This is-
Are you kidding me?
Oh my
I made this
goodness.
for you guys.
How long did that take to make?
Probably hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. And you just had that thought in your head.
That you
Pretty
wanted to
much.
make us a penis.
Well, like I said, some of it's driven by the. Can you whip out a penis real quick?
Please.
Or make one out of it.
I'll say Randy and I are fairly good friends, and he kind of knows my personality. So.
Well, that's great. You know mine too.
I know, right? I thought, you know, what better get the gift that keeps on dripping?
I love you, man. Oh, don't do the kicking! Oh, that's awful.
Why do you always gotta make fun of my laugh?
Oh,
Well,
God.
we
My
have a lot of
God.
fun. I mean, that's the thing about life is you want to do what you love to do.
Right,
Have
right.
fun with it.
Right.
We're our own business. We can make what we want to make. Deal with clients as we want to deal with them. you
Well,
know.
I have to say, for your first dick, I mean, you did well.
Thank you. I've done a few.
Yeah.
I've done a few. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
But no, that was really great. And with the stuff you're doing there, now you got even on the Today Show right back there, which is cool. And you're holding a Bloody Mary or something?
Yeah, actually, it's funny because we went on there and we did a couple of dispensers.
Yeah.
And Kathy Lee and Hoda were on there. We poured drinks. They had them, and I guess that was the cat was out of the bag. Is when they drink on the Today Show, they are really drinking because that thing kicked my ass. I mean, I was just like, "Are you serious? You do the whole show like this?"
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
They're true alcoholics.
Oh my! I
Stay
could
all morning.
could not keep up.
Oh, they nap in the afternoon, then they wake up and party their little asses off again.
Is that what we're lacking?
Yes.
The alcohol. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Morning. You know, breakfast of champs.
Loosens it up.
Oh God! So what's your big projects are you working on next?
Well, right now the Valentine's Day weekend. That's a great one. So anybody locally in Grand Rapids that wants to sponsor a nice sculpture to get advertising downtown. They can go in, talk to the Downtown Grand Rapids Incorporated, and you'll get your name out there. You'll be able to advertise and contribute to the Winter Festival. So
that's
right now.
So the goal of this is to get people outside in February because the city, which Grand Rapids is a really active city, but in the winter it gets so cold.
Yeah, there's parties,
and people don't want to go out.
Wintertime, nothing. So we've got all these great stores and everything that depend on people coming through and traffic and stuff. So January, February, it's after the holidays. Everybody's kind of shopped out, and this is a great time. It's free entertainment for the kids and the family to come down. Lots of different activities. They had a DJ. They've got ice skating. They had, I think, they even had some free ice skating going on during that time. So lots of cool activities going on for Valentine's down there. And then later on in February, and I guess I should have looked this up again, I think it's towards the 20th of February, but the Girl Scouts are doing, they call it the Badge Bash, and it's a big fundraiser for the Girl Scouts, and it's a big event that everybody comes in, and it's all these fun games and stuff that the money all goes to help give kind of like scholarships to Girl Scouts that couldn't afford the different things, couldn't afford camp, and these are our future leaders that are out there.
Very cool.
That was awesome.
Good. Yeah, I know. I want to try to bring my girls out to see you. I want them to see you with the
chainsaws and power tools and
I assume no penises.
They'll be the G-rated.
They'll be the G-rated ice sculptures.
What did you do? How did you make that one with a chainsaw?
Yeah.
Are
basically,
you kidding me? Wow.
Take a piece of ice and I take an ice pick.
And
then you take your ice pick and you sketch it on there, and it kind of etches it or scratches it a little bit. Yeah. And then I kind of use it. The chainsaw for me is kind of like the lightsaber. I mean, most people think you just cut through something like this. The tip and the edges and the sides, they all have sharpness to those.
Yeah.
So you can take the blade and kind of drag it along a surface, and it's like a sander. Or you can turn it and draw with it. So I do a lot of that with a chainsaw. So I'd say 90% of it with the chainsaw. Then I go back with, I've got these long sander sticks. It's like a sander on a stick with all these burrs on the side. We call it our dildozer because it's shaped like a dildo, but it moves like a bulldozer.
That's why you got into ice.
And so it shapes it, it rounds it, and then so we can polish it off. And then the other thing is when we're done, instead of having to sand it perfectly, we can use blow torches or warm water to smooth the surface off.
Wow.
And it melts smooth.
Wow, that's so cool.
We had probably about 45,000 pounds of ice went up for New Year's Eve.
Oh, wow.
We did every casino in Michigan we did ice sculptures for, full-size bars, the entire bar is made of ice to entertainment stuff. So we do a lot of just crazy, unique stuff. And it started out with just doing, weddings and brides and stuff like that. Well, we didn't do the bride.
You have an ice bride. If the Russian mail order one didn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that one doesn't talk.
So, that's actually the
Oh, okay, cool.
So this is the one that my business partner worked on. That's 30 feet tall. So
are you kidding? Look at those little clips at the top. That's cool.
So if you look at, for instance, that clamshell, you see that clamshell there?
Yeah.
That's 3 feet tall.
Whoa! Wow.
To put that in proportion.
So this clamshell right here.
That's 3 feet
tall. Wow.
So it kind of gives you an idea of the whole scale. Of what this was. So they're up on scaffolding.
It's just too bad it melts.
It's job security.
So that's right. Such cool stuff.
That's what makes it unique. They're not buying something or renting something that Joe had last week and 3 other guys had before that.
Yeah.
This is your virgin art. Every time it's just for you. Nobody had the sculpture before you, so this is your virgin. Your ice sculpture. When you receive it, I designed it, created it, sculpted it, and delivered it just for your party. And afterwards, no one else is going to have it either.
Right.
So that's something else that's pretty unique. This is a bar. These are curtains, actually. These are curtains.
Ice curtains right here.
It's a room. It's like a room.
It is. They're huge.
So these are all
That's insane.
That had
to cost like $1 million.
That's the $15,000.
You make pretty good money doing this.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of labor. I don't do this all myself. I have a whole team of people.
Right.
It's a lot of refrigeration. People think that it's just frozen water, but to get I have to have everything stay cold the whole time. So I have a freezer that I have to run 24/7 to do the work in. It's like running 30 air conditioners every day.
Right.
So it's the cost of it as opposed to this was a carousel, rotated and everything. The kids rode it.
That's so cool.
This was on our show. This was on the Food Network show.
That's so
cool. So we really, that is our goal, is to do things that people have never seen before, to change people's minds and ideas of what
pinball
sculpture is.
machine.
Yeah, pinball machine.
Awesome.
That was Betsy's idea, right?
It was, my wife's
his wife,
idea
yeah.
was to do a pinball machine, and I said, shut up, I don't want to do that. Don't say anything too loud. And sure enough, the producers loved it, and so I had to create it, and it's all
working.
The digital stuff, we had to seal it all up so it was waterproof, so we could put the digital stuff inside. We put little beaded battery-operated LED lights behind it.
Yeah.
The flippers were the plastic rubber flippers with ice over the top of the flippers. We used a rubber ball, so the rubber ball wouldn't break as it flipped.
So sometimes you go to the senior home centers too and kind of display.
We've done.
Do you get
lectures?
Yeah. Do you get orders for caskets and things?
We to put them on ice.
Yeah.
So
An ice casket. Not to be that's kind of a cool.
There's Toda playing ice.
That's Toda.
Yeah.
And apparently in her drunken
That's a guy
state.
actually
Whoops, sorry.
from what was that TV series?
Oh, I don't know.
But yeah, so we did their portraits. We do a lot of portraits for people.
I would think that'd be really cool at like weddings and graduations. And
oh yeah.
So I'm trying to think like for my kids, like I wouldn't have the penis luge at my kids.
Probably.
Although actually in our family it might be pretty appropriate.
Never know.
Except for my lesbian daughter, she wouldn't want one.
She got a lot of penis envy. Isn't that what they call? Yeah.
I'm envying,
Often
I
on the
envy others that are getting them because I'm not getting any.
I know.
I'll give you some numbers.
Yeah, I know. Brittany has her threesome offers that come to her.
I have way too many threesome
Yeah,
offers.
these are cool how you do the pictures. So how do you do the pictures? Because it's actually looks like them.
Yeah, they send us a portrait. They send us a portrait, and then I do it by hand. I go through and I mark it up and I draw and I actually create the artwork by hand first.
Wow.
Then I'll scan it in the computer, digitize everything, clean it all up, and then we've got an engraving machine, a robotic.
Okay, I was going to ask you if you're starting. They even have the 3D
we do that.
printers that actually do the cutting.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
that's
we
what you're
have
doing.
2 of those. We have
those are like $1 million.
No, well, it depends on the precision you need.
So you can do my face.
Yes. So the precision, if you think about it, precision is what people are paying for. So when you're making an airplane part, it has to be like 1/1,000,000th of it. I mean, everything has to be perfect. For ice, you don't see that. So when you pay $1 million for a machine, it's because it's so perfect.
Yeah.
And ours can be off a 1/10,000th of an inch, which
doesn't
drops
matter.
the price down to $100,000. Then and you don't see it. You don't see it with the eye, and that's all we're worried about.
Right.
And so the technology has gotten so big and so great that the cheaper stuff. 20 years ago, this would have been $1 million machine. Now,
but is everything becoming mechanized where the chainsaw is going to go away? Because you could do that on one of those machines. What you brought tonight.
Yeah,
but it takes the art away.
Here's the thing, though. It's different, though. And a lot of people said that even with like corporate logos and stuff, when we started doing that, is that it's different. Is the art is changing. So instead of me being in the freezer with a chainsaw carving it, I'm on the computer and I still have to shape it. I can't say put David's face in ice and it'll do it. No, I have to go in there and I have to create that program that will do it. So I'm actually sculpting in virtual reality on the computer to tell it what to do. So it's a different type of art. It's a different digital. And for us, the ice sculpture, if you want to pay me $3,000, I can do an ice sculpture for you every day, but I've got to get that per sculpture. If I can have a machine do it, and these kids out of high school that are making less money, that are learning a trade and learning how to run these CNCs, I can pay them less, then I can pass the savings on to the customers.
Right.
And so, and also, like an artist does a painting, and then they sell the prints. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm selling the prints. If you want to buy that original that I do and I make myself, it's going to cost you a lot more. If you're buying the print, which in this case is actually a 3-dimensional sculpture, it's a lot more affordable. So we're trying to kind of marry that. You have to pay your staff. There's a lot of costs involved, but not a lot of people want to spend the high dollar it would cost to do every one of these machines.
Usually it's going to be corporate that does the
corporate.
Really
It's a lot promotional. If it's a different budget. If it's a wedding budget, that's one thing. If it's a corporate advertising, we're cheap for corporate advertising.
Yeah.
You can buy an ice sculpture for $600 or $700 with your logo on it and put it out somewhere, and you're going to get tons of responses. Or you could take that $600 and you can buy 3 minutes of radio time.
Yeah.
So it makes sense in a corporate world to spend the higher dollar. In Detroit, right now, there's a company that brought in 7 full-size cars made out of ice that are all around the streets of Detroit. For advertising.
Right?
Quick and low.
Is that like a bait car? Wow. And then they leave the keys in them?
Good luck stealing that, baby.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying.
This is a cool picture because it has you with the chainsaw. So I remember this for a show you did. You did a full chess set.
Life-size chess.
Life-size chess set outdoors in January.
See, I'd be bored after the first 2 cuts. You just really into this.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I get
That's
into
your passion, yeah.
First time I did a competition, which everybody watches you do, I got there at 6 o'clock in the morning. I set all my tools up. I started carving. No one was there. It's freezing cold. Started carving for 3.5 hours straight. Just about got done. I went to grab my brush and clean stuff up. I looked, there was like 1,000 people watching me.
Oh my God.
No
Because you
idea.
just zoned out.
I was totally gone, you know.
Yeah.
I was visually looking at the sculpture. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. You know, you've got a headphone that chainsaws loud. You don't hear people walking up.
Yeah.
Right.
But I get in that zone. This is what I do. I have a job that when I'm done working, I go do work. You know, like I will stay at work and make something fun for myself or draw for myself. I love doing this, so you know, it's hard to
pretty cool.
differentiate between when I'm working and when I'm playing, because I'll get a client that'll buy something and I'll do it and say, you know what, that's cool, but I want to do all this other stuff to it, which I'm not really getting paid for, but I'll do it anyways because now I'm having fun. The client makes out because they get a better sculpture.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Is this one of your cars then?
That is. Actually,
Okay.
I did this. This was the Chrysler Crossfire when it first came out.
So is this life size?
It's 1/3. So this is 6 foot long.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
So if you look at the detail and stuff, the wheels and everything, this is all to scale exactly.
Oh, okay.
The logos and everything that's on there, and we have these giant acrylic trays that we put on.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
there's
on the back
background.
of it, right here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Huh.
Nice. Yeah.
That's
all
so
lit up from
cool.
below. So,
So cool.
But yeah, because we've done several life-size cars as well. This is a hookah over on the right, working hookah.
Was it?
Wow.
Whatever you wanted on there.
Wow.
And we did a Caterpillar right next to it that actually blew smoke rings out of the
Oh my God.
Oh, no way.
We found a $12 toy gun, smoke ring gun online that you pull the trigger and it blows out smoke rings. And but we had to have it rigged up inside of this Caterpillar. So we made the whole thing. We had to hire an engineer, paid him like $700 to make this $10 toy automatic.
Oh, no.
And he comes back and he says, okay, it's all set. It's all going to work. The only problem is it doesn't really work well in the cold. I said,
Oh, my God.
Why did you say nice?
how far up your butt do you want me to stick this foot? Because,
Yeah.
like, really?
Right.
We hired you to make this for ice and you're telling me. Well,
Yeah.
So it worked barely, but in setting it up, it like jammed my finger in there.
Oh,
It was
my
all
God.
on the show. It was
Yeah.
great fun.
Can you stay with us the rest of the show?
I'd love to.
All right, hang here. We got to take a break.
Perhaps Michigan's best-kept secret is a place found in Holland's back door. This place is Saugatuck. It's a place where you never have to wait for a ride across the water because there is more than one ferry in town. This is a place filled with shops and galleries and restaurants that practically beg for you to come inside. It's a place where a snazzy pink moped screams, "Ride me." And it's even a place where the occasional teenage boy will raise his pole into light. Now, it may come as a shock to some that Saugatuck is gay-friendly, but the key word is friendly. Saugatuck is a place so beautiful, so clean, and yes, so friendly, that it makes you realize these fruity bastards are doing something right. Saugatuck, fruity bastards, pure Michigan.
Welcome back to No Limits here at, we got about a half hour left of the show.
Nolimitsradiotv.com.
Yes, thank you for straightening my little bed up there, little girl. We got Randy the Guru Iceman
Thank you.
With us, and he's going to join us for the little bit part of the show. I wanted to go into a couple things, and we can get back to the ice in a little bit. We talked about the Philadelphia cop that was shot recently.
Yeah.
We're done with that. But there's a new thing on Netflix, and I have not seen it, but I went and saw the YouTube and prepped myself for the show anyway. Didn't mind reading. The Making of the Killer. The person was put into prison for 18 years. Mm-hmm. Have you seen it?
I have not, but I wanted to watch it.
Okay, all right. That's a big watch. It's trending in the U.S. It's huge.
Yeah,
everyone's heard. Yeah. You've watched it.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was innocent based on DNA, and he comes out. And then now he's being charged with another murder. Okay. Now let's fast rewind real quick. Let's go back to you, Candice. You're in prison for 18 years. Mm-hmm. Are you going to come out different than when you were when you went in?
Yes.
Okay. And
no question.
Yes, yeah. I know people who have come out of the penal institution, and they're different.
Yeah.
And they're more sneaky, and they learn how to, they're different. And I would say if they've been in that long, the adjustment to society is a little bit more difficult.
It's extremely difficult for them.
Yes. So the only thing they can do is, if you're not even charged, if you're charged with a crime and you didn't do it, then you're really going to be different. Mm-hmm. You're going to be bitter.
Right.
Now, didn't he sue appropriately and they didn't give him the money?
Well, here's the thing. First of all, he sued, and it's still kind of available to him to sue. But they cut him a check for, I think, $400,000. But that did not affect the lawsuit. That he still had that lawsuit.
Now, take $400,000 and divide it by 20 years, let's say.
It was nothing. It was, I forget, 20,000 a year is what they came up with.
Isn't that a slap in the goddamn face?
Yeah. But see, that was right up front. I'd be like, okay, listen, the lawsuit is going to take years.
Why? Why does it take 18 years for a judge to sit there or a jury, get it in front of them, because there's so many frivolous ones in front of them. And they can't just take this guy and say, look, he was in wrong, make a decision right away, bang, and pay the guy millions.
Right.
He was tortured. He was probably raped. He was probably scared every night someone was going to shank him. Yeah. I mean, and then they got to call to charge him again to quiet him down.
Right.
Now, the second charge, does it seem more real? Do they got DNA on them? No.
They do, but it's very easily planted. So that's, you know what I mean? And that's what the biggest problem with the whole setup is that the first time, definitely innocent. Not only was he proven innocent because it wasn't his DNA, the guy who did it, they found the DNA and proved that he did it. So it wasn't a question of
some youngster.
Somebody else definitely did it, and they are in jail now.
Right.
So,
and they can plant DNA today.
Yeah, sure.
And in Illinois, a woman they found out actually had done it wrong for 20 years and probably put anywhere between 400 and 600 people in jail, or when the death penalty was intact in Illinois, they sat on death row. Yeah. She got full retirement. Why isn't she in prison or executed? If you have that type of job that defines a person getting killed, or if they can stay alive, and you make that decision and you're like willy-nilly about it,
One time... Why is she willy-nilly?
She was. You ought to hear her. She was like this black chick on there. Well, mistakes happen, and we got so many. I got to hurry. No, it's a person's life.
Do it one time, it's okay. But if you're doing it multiple times,
one time is not okay.
No,
with life.
No, because they can come back and prove it. But
what are you saying? What are you saying?
The way you're saying, though, is she totally screwed up
Wait a minute.
everything.
Go back to they can come back and prove it. What's that
just
mean?
like him, they can come back and prove that she should.
You know how hard it is if you're innocent and then you're put in the state prison for murder and try to get the case called back because you are innocent. You know how hard that is. Do you know how hard that is?
And I'd say for this woman, was it carelessness or was it it's a new technology?
Carelessness.
It's
carelessness.
undefined.
She just had an attitude of carelessness, and even if it says new technology, learn it.
But
learn it.
They know she made the mistakes multiple times
after like 10 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's because she's careless with it, and even it's a new technology.
Even if she was not careless, someone's got to be responsible for those lives. If it's not her, it's her boss, or it's a governor, or someone.
All of them. It
if
should be
it's an evolving technology, I can
then
see
don't use it.
How things can happen.
Then don't use it. And now that you can plant DNA, I'm a little suspect of that.
Well, and that takes it even further.
Give me your hand. Come on. Now, I got tons of your DNA under my skin, my nails, okay? Tons of it. I'll go plant it.
Right, and see that, and which brings up the other point. You've got your accidental screw-ups because you just didn't care, and then in this particular case, you have malicious screwing-ups.
Right.
It wasn't that they didn't care or they didn't take the time. They physically went out and planted evidence. And
now, did they say they went and planted evidence the second time around?
No. However, the problem is the guy very well is guilty for the second one. But the problem is there's a lot of stuff.
Let's fast rewind here quickly. Yeah. He's guilty of it. Maybe he is, okay? But 20 years in prison.
Right.
And you come out, you're not normal.
So
you're not normal.
Right.
You think of killing when someone pisses you off. When you want to get some poontang, you kill it. That's what you learn in prison. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
He's a product of what we made, put him out there, and he does it, and then we go, you know what?
Hence the title, Making a Killer.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so wrong. And that's why my disdain for law enforcement is extremely high, because they would rather take the easy road to any case. The numbers, prosecutors are looking for numbers, so they can get voted in as judge. Judges are looking to just clean house, and they'll only take the popular cases with the DAs that get newsprint, and they know they can win.
Well, in that first case, they were very overzealous with it, and they were told during the time that this other guy may have, in fact, they said, hey, I think so-and-so is the guy that did it. You should look at him. And they're like, we got the right guy already. So it was brought to their attention, and they ignored it after 10 years. So the guy could have been out in 10, and they ignored
it. They ignored it.
But part of it is the guy, let's get this out there. The guy is not an angel.
He had a record.
But he wasn't, even before he went in, there's a lot of things they didn't, like they said that he was malicious to cats. He took a cat and he covered it in kerosene and he lit it on fire.
Okay.
I mean, that's the kind of stuff that they don't.
So he deserves a death penalty.
Well, no. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just saying, like
he was not a good guy. You round up the usual suspects that stand out, and he had a police record.
That's my point.
But when he was on death row for a while, yes, he was on death row. You better be damn sure if you're going to execute somebody.
Yep.
How many people were executed in the United States? I know it's over 20 that were found innocent later. Over 20 when DNA came out.
But he was an easy one to sell to the jury, though. I mean, they'd say, look at what he's done.
Juries are compiled of idiots. The average person on a jury has a second grade reading technology in their head. They say, well, you can't know about the case. Everyone knows about the case. So secondly, they're liars. So now you got stupid liars as jurors, right? And they're going to do anything you want to do. In fact, if it goes on for weeks, they're starting to couple up a little bit. They're staying in hotels. All sorts of things happen with a jury.
There's a video evidence.
I have done my research on this. These juries.
Into that market for the ice sculptures.
Right.
There you go.
But these juries. Well, guys, this is life and death, and I have chosen not to see it on Netflix because I think it would anger me, and I think it would just feed a little bit of me that I don't already like.
Well, that's part of the popularity. It draws emotions, people, in both directions. It's a very emotion-drawing. You either believe them, you don't believe them. A lot of it, people think, well, the guy might have been guilty on the first one, but they still planted evidence. Like they said, this is a bad guy, we're going to put him in jail. It's an easy sell. We'll be done, wash our hands, and we can move on.
All right.
And they should have done that.
I'll come clean with something. I used to own apartment buildings in Chicago, lots of them. One of the people living in my building was a terrorist they caught, made national news. Wow. I did not know it was him. Sure. And when they went in there, they found a lot of faxes, a lot of Western Unions, a lot of money coming in. I was brought in the station and raped for 3 days straight. I was in on it.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause
I was, and they will accuse you, they'll rough you up, they'll point at you, and I stood my ground.
Which is hard to do.
It's hard because you get so tired, and then they start saying, well, how about something to eat? Come clean. No. Well, and I was never charged or anything. I did not know. I bought the building with the guy already in it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but they will do that, and I feel so horrible for this guy. That
not just him, his nephew. On the second case, his nephew was brought in. They interviewed him, and they basically, how the cops are supposed to not tell you all the evidence,
right?
So you say the one thing, they're like, "Oh, we got you," because they knew that.
Right?
They told the nephew that. They're like, "What about getting shot in the face? That was not supposed to be known to anybody." And, and finally, he said, "Yeah, we shot her in the face." So this nephew probably got him. I mean, he said he's handicapped, he's mentally retarded. He might be getting railroaded on the second thing too as collateral because they want to get this.
You've got to get the case booked and put away so you can get voted in again and make money and go to the governor's house. That's the goal of these people.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's terrible.
It's really, justice is truly blind. Isn't it?
Yeah, I have actually. It reminds me of a case that a friend of mine. He had been married a very short amount of time. It was a woman who had moved from another country and suddenly lost her job, and he had been dating her, and she was basically like, I'm going to get kicked out of the country, let's get married. So they got married. They were married less than a month, and he found out she was lesbian because he found a bunch of evidence of it. Immediately wanted to break up, and she managed to beg him to stay together and all this. Well, when he decided, all right, we're breaking up, she started essentially creating a domestic abuse case against him by doing things like, she'd jump on his back and he'd throw her off and her head would hit the wall and she'd say, you're hitting my head against the wall. And this is somebody who could barely speak English. So she really sounded coached. Well, then it ended up with a domestic abuse charge against him. He ended up at trial, and the prosecutor would not let it go, even though he took polygraph tests, which were not admissible in the county where he was being prosecuted, and he passed them. The prosecutor was so determined to get that, we're putting domestic abusers away kind of thing, that they just would not listen to him. And he was absolutely innocent. And but he was a strong-looking guy. He was in the martial arts. He was a cop when this all happened, and he lost his job.
That's the thing about it, because if you get accused, and even the court case goes for 6 months or a year, you're all over the TV. And people's first perception is guilty before innocent. Right? That's what we do today. That's what we do, because they show your mugshot. And the mugshot ain't a cool look.
Well, no, because you're standing there
well, they pull you in, and your hair's like this, all right. So anyway, they look at that and they go, well, that guy's guilty. Now, when the guy is finally found innocent, where does that show up? On the back page.
Right.
So this is what we do to people with the charging. The charging is totally, that's why I am so sorry to see a cop get shot. I truly am, but I actually have no reverence for the whole system in itself. I just think it's so corrupt. It's just, it's so self-serving, and people, if you get involved in it, there's nothing you can do. You'll hire a lawyer who's already in on the game. Lawyers are all in on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but every lawyer's been in case. They know the routine. There ain't no one lawyer out there on a white horse going to save everyone.
Mm-hmm.
They got that guy in Detroit. My name is whatever, Jeffrey with Feiger. When I get in the room, they all fear me. No, they don't. You're 5'4", you jackass. So, those are the guys I beat up in high school. So anyway, the thing is, they're not that. They know the judges. They know it's sickening. I just don't want to hear it. You know, and then that's why I'm not going to watch it. But it's a big story. Mm-hmm. And he spent decades, and that you can even create a killer, can't you?
Oh, absolutely, in that environment.
That's what the title of the show is in, The Making of the Killer. So anyone who's seen it, you can chime in on our page or anything like that. And I just want to bring up one more thing, and it's huge in this part of the country, and it's going to go national, I think, next week on the news boards, and that is that Flint water deal is blowing up. It's going federal.
Yeah.
Isn't Erin Brockovich part of that now?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
She jumps on anything for publicity. She jumped me once. It was okay. I rated her a 4. But anyway, they knew. They're saying they didn't know when they transferred over what the water contains.
Oh, that's crap, and you know it.
When I went to college, I worked for the Village of Worth Public Works, and part of my job was the water department. Mm-hmm. We tested everything. Everything is tested that comes out of those taps. And whatever source you use, even in the tanks, the big storage ones, the water towers. Yeah, we got to know what's in there.
Yeah.
They didn't even test it. Or they say they didn't. And then Flint is what? It's got a higher black population, minority population?
Yeah.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
It's a federal probe going in to Auschwitz.
Mm-hmm.
Kill them with the water.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's easier to discount those people too and not pay attention. They don't have the money. They don't have the sources.
Why didn't they stay with the Detroit water?
Because
they were
of
trying
the
to cut
cost.
costs.
Then say we can't. No, because of the cost, 28%. Check me. Of those water bills are unpaid.
Mm-hmm.
Those areas they don't pay their bills, and then you can't shut off water because they'll go to court. Right?
So they give them the cheaper water.
Well, hey, all I'm saying
Can't pay your bill
is,
for the good water. We'll give you.
you see the vicious circle that is, and now it's gone federal because, Governor Snyder's is involved in this now.
Yeah, well, he declared it an emergency.
What is a state of emergency?
I think it gets at a certain level of attention funding.
Attention on network news. That's horrible.
No, federal funding.
For
and that
what?
sort of thing.
To reroute it back to Detroit?
That's
so they can't
doing.
pay for it
They
again?
said it's going to cost like $1
So they
billion
can't-
or something to fix it.
So they can't pay for it. So they're going to get free water. They're passing them up pure, free.
They have to put they want a state representative there all the time now. So if anybody has questions, they can divert them to.
I think there's more people that should be on the gallows over there. One's the mayor. She's taking this. Do you see her? And we formed a task force. This black chick. She's got like this Rodney King kind of pulled down hair, after he was beat. But she's got all this makeup on. She's smiling with Snyder. And we're working close together. We formed a task force, and we're studying it until it goes away.
Well, didn't Flint have an emergency manager in there? Like a state-appointed manager? I think that was all part of this process, is that Flint was going
Why am I pissed off? Why am I...
An emergency manager.
No, Larry, geez, scratch me where I belong.
I know. You are.
I'm all pent up. Well, these two stories...
It really got you going.
I'm sorry, but ice is a wonderful thing to talk about. Okay, it is, and
transition, I say.
But the show also
transition.
We can put lead in ours.
The show is also.
Do you just put water in your ice?
Depends on who it's for.
Yeah. No, you know what? Hey, you go out to Flint and sell your goods, and say it's made with Evian water.
Or Grand Rapids water.
I would make vulvas and just put on every corner. They'd be raped. You'd make tons of money. We don't want women in!
Oh, not them again.
Jeez, Pete.
Jeez, Pete. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I had a blow up. But, those types of things, you can see I'm very, very stringent on the right and wrong of things, because I really, truly try to be right. When I'm wrong, I admit it.
Water and
I openly admit my wrongness to everyone I know in my small circles. You know me?
Yes.
I openly admit my faults.
Yes. Yeah.
Very few people can do that. Why don't they go and just say, you know what, we knew what that water was like, and I should lose my job.
That's what I don't understand.
It wasn't just the water coming out of the river. It was the fact that what was in the river water corroded the pipes. Well, it didn't corrode the pipes. It loosened the corrosion that was already in the pipes.
Have you seen the pipes on any given day in America?
But part of the
inside the
issue
water
was
pipes,
right.
that growth is like half.
Right, yeah, I've seen it.
Google
I've
it.
seen it. So part of the issue was that they apparently didn't anticipate, that caused a big part of the issue, was that it loosened all of this corrosion in there, and that's what went through the water.
It was
so
lead.
these little kids don't have lead.
Yeah,
Lead.
yeah, which is horrible.
They
I'm not
didn't
saying
hire
it
a
wasn't
chemist to
horrible.
say, when you use this water, let's
In
do a
this water,
test.
right.
We're going to test this because there's a million people's lives on the line.
Right, which they
Right?
absolutely should have. Yes.
Right, and we should hire like one of the best chemists, take the water from the Flint River, which is probably just filled with condoms and tampons and other fecal matter, and we're going to give it to the people and throw it to the water pipes. Well, anyway, the fact of the matter is, the chemist would say, look, it's going to loosen that stuff up in the 100 old pipes that should be replaced anyway.
Right.
Because the salvaging and the America's network is breaking down. The whole thing, the whole system. Obama, didn't this guy Obama, King Obama, wherever he's from, first time around said shovel ready, that we were going to redo the whole transportation system, we're going to do the whole foundation of the U.S., redo the whole thing.
Well, he said a lot of things.
Yeah.
He sold hope.
It's only, what, it's 8 years older and still getting worse.
I want to sell hope. How much do you get for selling hope?
I don't know, people.
I sell hope.
You never know where I'm going to go on this
Brandon
show.
can make the word hope out of ice.
Yeah. Can you please?
Put illusion.
Hope.
Yeah. And you know what? Drinking heavily is the only way you solve it. You just stay at home.
What I don't understand is anybody out there putting out a food product has a department that checks the products.
Exactly.
If you're selling Coca-Cola, you're selling lemonade, whatever you're selling, you have quality controls, and if there's a problem with the product, you can't sell it.
Or a restaurant, or anyone else.
And everybody else comes in and checks it. It's that the health department checks you out. Why? How does water get out the door without it?
The government is immune under their own specifications.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Period. Yeah, and that's why I lived in Europe. I lived in South America. I lived around the world during the late 90s and early 2000s. And I can tell you for the fact, everyone calls us effed up imperialists. You people have got so imperial, you're ruining yourselves.
I've heard that. I have some friends
You
in
are.
Canada.
We're waiting.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for you people to implode.
You guys are just
to self-destruct.
Yeah. You were bringing it up earlier before the show. Weren't you saying that?
I don't remember.
But something about self-destruction.
Yeah.
We're talking about it because then we talked about people who were committing suicides and things we were going to touch on, right?
Yep.
And the numbers are so high.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk about that because that obviously needs some airtime.
Yeah, it really does.
It does.
So
Well, the way we can just gel into this is, this is aggravating, but also there are things in the world, I suppose, that are depressing, and there are things in your head that are depressing. I suffer from depression. I have manic depression. I've had it, and I finally got a psychiatrist and a psychologist in Grand Rapids to find the right combination of drugs.
That's good.
Finally, after years and years and years, because I was not good, finally found the foundation, give it to me, and I'm actually doing well. I feel well. But my psychiatrist, she said it was a crapshoot. They don't know. Anyway, before they got that right, I lived as a young boy with depression. I always exceeded in order to be accepted. I needed to be better than in order to, you like me. And I was always thinking that I was the guy that didn't quite fit in. And depressives think this a lot.
Oh, yeah, and they think no one likes them and no one would miss them.
And
I'm going through this right now with one of my daughters. So,
okay.
yeah.
And at least you have the knowledge of what to do, perhaps. And if it comes out of your hands, by all means, professional help.
Right, yeah, we've
ask for
been
help.
there.
I was told by
Yep.
several women who I admire and love tremendously that I was man enough to say I need help.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
That's okay to cry and say I need help. I'm hurting, man. Depression is real. Mm-hmm. It's in your head, and I remember people who don't have it, and I call them sociopaths. And I asked my psychiatrist to set me up for surgery, which I have Monday, real one, but set me up for surgery because I want to be rerouted so I become a sociopath. She said no, because they're never happy with the results.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that wouldn't work for me. But anyway, I suffered from depression, and the bad thoughts come in, doom and gloom, more than the good thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And a lot of it, I think, was widened and groomed more also by my upbringing, which I've shared on the air, which is just wonderful. Do I get any more? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I used to be put on the front porch with my younger brother and told that the school was good. The school bus was going to come by and take us to the institution. Stand out there all day. You sons of bitches. Yeah. Now, those neural pathways within my head of me feeling bad got wider with that type of repetition performed by my lovely parents. So with that, they became wider and wider and wider, and now those are the first default. When my thoughts hit, they want to go that route. So now I got this job of cognitive thinking along with the meds to think other ways. That is so hard.
It is.
And I think really hard.
You know, it's...
We fail more than we succeed in it.
Yeah, and depression is something, it's a lifelong thing. I mean, I have a daughter who was inpatient over the summer for a suicide plan, as a teenager. Yeah. And for her, it's a lifelong thing. And my goal is to give her the coping skills so when she has these times in her life, she knows how to deal with it. And, you know, because the worst can happen. And I know, Brittany, you just had a friend that the worst did happen this week with her.
Yeah. Well,
no, wait, really?
Yeah. That's why I wanted to bring it up. You know, and then me personally, having to deal with that, I had attempted suicide multiple times from when I was like 12 and almost succeeded when I was 17. Was inpatient at Pine Rest because, yeah, I mean, I couldn't even function. They wanted to call an ambulance. It was terrible. Wow. It's really hard. It's a struggle. And yeah, I mean, I will admit, I am one of those people. I like to be liked.
People like that, I always say, are in the arts. I know someone who is a very good, her and I know each other extremely well. She's an artist, and she has some of the same feelings that I have, because people who are in the arts have been afflicted, like Van Gogh, with depression. We create... 5? Okay. We create a lot of things out of emotion. We're overly emotion.
Right. Well, you know, and that's the thing, too. But especially for today on my Facebook page, I wanted everybody to know, regardless of who you are, I love you. Because you do not have to be in love with someone to let somebody else know that they're needed, they're wanted, and that you do care. Saying I love you doesn't mean I want to sleep with you. It means generally I love you as a person. You know, and it's big, you know, because you never know what someone's going through. So you always need to make sure that you tell somebody, hey, I need you. You're needed. You're valued, you know. And if you do need help, seek it. Because
I think you need to tell them why, too. You need to kind of not do it when it's convenient.
You need to tell them all the time.
Yeah, you got to do it in those subtle moments. That's when people hear. The softer, subtle moments is what people really hear.
Well, and I like to tell people that regardless. And they're like, what? Yeah, I
they
love you.
I
love you. You're great. I think you're wonderful.
To a person who is really, really depressed, though, I'm not sure that's going to help as much as also with that, getting professional help.
But you know what, though? It may give them that little glimmer of hope to be like, I feel valued.
Yeah.
Because when you get that, to that point, to that low, you feel nobody wants you.
Yeah, alone. You're solid. No one else.
You stay in bed. And the more you isolate, the more you isolate. And the more you isolate, the committee's going ahead, work in your head how to plan everything at end.
Right.
Well, that's a story for another day. Well, anyway, depression is real.
Yeah.
What did you want to say?
No, we just...
I think we're going to wrap it up here. Randy, where can people get you again, Mr. Ice Guru, and all the fine things you showed us today?
at iceguru.com, ICEGURU.com. Also on Facebook, Randy Finch or Ice Brigade. And you can Google me.
Yeah. And in fact,
please Google me.
Hey, do you want to swap icons on pages?
Yeah. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, you do. Do you have a webmaster?
I have, yes.
Tell them to put our logo and link, hyperlink to us, and we will do the same. When have your webmaster contact Brittany or myself, one or the other.
Yes.
And we will trade because it's been a real joy having you on.
Thank you.
I did not know what I knew now. Thank you. I learned.
And had you known.
Had I known, you wouldn't have been on. All right, everybody. We're going to say goodbye. I got surgery on Monday. I hope to be back on Friday unless things go south, but that's a story for...
Okay, then.